My family discovered on Friday that on Saturday there was an open day at our local fire station,
Oh,
and
amazing.
you could go down and see what happens. And we were like, "Sure, we've got nothing on. Let's go down to our local fire station." And oh my God, Rich, what is it like when you see people who have real jobs? Isn't it interesting? Isn't it? Particularly heroic jobs,
Yes.
brave jobs, real people, men and women who do great stuff, who are there to talk to you about their great stuff. My kids got to use the fire hose. My
Did
kids
they?
got to spray. Shh. We got to explain to you there's like what looked like a house on the end of the terrace next to it. Oh, no, it's not a house, they said. That's a prop for us to do like fire drills in. See that random bunch of stairs there? Look, they lead nowhere because that's where we do drills on. And we were like, wow, that's so exciting. Let us take you to the fire engine worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. Show you the tools. Put the helmet on. Sit at the wheel. Look at everything that's going on in there. And that was just me, let alone the kids. It
Yeah.
was fantastic. Here's the fireman's pole. You're not allowed to use it, but you can play around with it. And I went and had a look at that. I love the fact that it's got a little cushion at the bottom of it as well. I guess even firemen and women still occasionally fall off it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Chatting away with them, learning a bit about their jobs. I was like, what's this kit for? Why does that happen? How does this happen? And clearly they had a charity box where you could dump a load of stuff in. I think it was for Macmillan. Threw some cash in there. Kids had a great time. We were like, this has been truly epic. The kids got a London Fire Brigade ruler, flammable maybe because it's made of plastic, but that's beside the point. It was great. Oh, one more thing, Rich. Sorry, there was one more thing that made it just, I've already said all this real stuff. It also had loads of maps everywhere. Maps everywhere.
Amazing.
I mean, it was like, what a great place to be.
The fire service do open days better than anybody else. That may well be because they know deep down we're pretty cool and like everyone loves us. So, and obviously, if you've got days where there aren't fires, you might as well just open things up. That's the one downside of your open day, because like I've often thought when you see sort of like firefighters open days or like a charity day where they're like washing cars and that kind of stuff. What happens suddenly if there's a fire? Like it's off, it's cancelled. They've got to go. That didn't happen, did it?
It didn't happen. And I did want to ask, but I was having such a nice time with them. I had this moment of self-doubt where they were like, oh, here's that idiot asking that same question that gets asked every time. And so I cowered out of it because I thought it was too obvious a question. I should have just gone in.
Did they show you like any sort of like sleeping room? Because there must be sort of like an overnight sort of bunk room for the night shift and all that kind of stuff. What was that like?
We weren't allowed up there, but it's where the pole leads directly to. So they referred there's like the station that runs across the top of it on both sides. Yeah.
That must be why they've got the padding at the bottom of the fireman's pole. Because if you're woken up by sight, I know what I'm like when I wake up at 7 o'clock and my alarm goes off. Sometimes I feel like I'm about to fall down the stairs as I'm walking across the landing to go to the toilet. So if I'm woken up and I've got to put a fire out within about 5 minutes and drive a fire engine at high speed, I'm going to want padding at the end of that pole because it's going to be a bleary descent.
Yeah. I completely get it. It was I think I would argue, particularly most fires happen at night. I think I get a vibe that fires happen at night. Maybe I'm wrong with that.
I get a vibe that they do. I get a vibe
Yeah.
they do. Yeah.
So all the more reason to make it feel as easy a transition from snooze town to fire town as you can make it happen.
I think we're going to rate this very highly when we come to it. So we'll do that in a second. But because we know that's going to be an easy ranking, let's ask one more question because we know the fire service do open days very, very well. What institution, what business would you like to challenge and say, hey, come on, guys, you could do an open day like the firefighters do?
So this isn't just a tour. Like, you can go to a football club and do a tour. That's not right. Because if that was a true open day, you'd actually get to meet the players on the pitch and they do that. So you've got to rule out anywhere that already has an established tour. So it's a regular profession. So it's got to be one that has equipment, I think. It's got to be one that has more than just a single office location. So there's got to be various different places that you can go to. It clearly, therefore, is Binman.
But we can already all go to the tip. It doesn't have to be open.
Yeah, but do they talk you through? This is how we process this. This is how we do it. Do you want to stand on the back of the bin lorry for a quick little ride? Throw the plastic bags in the middle of the street. What would you do?
How a crematorium?
Oh, God!
Honestly, when the curtains close, what happens next?
I mean,
and generally,
I'll give you three guesses.
No, I know, but when your normal punter, well, I don't think you'd call them a punter at a crematorium, would you? Your normal, what would you call?
Depends. Are you talking about the family or the deceased?
I don't think you can be a deceased. Well, you can be deceased. I don't think you can be a punter if you're deceased because someone else is paying, aren't they?
The punter is the family, yeah.
Normally, when you are in a crematorium, generally, it's a pretty sad day. So it would be nice to go when there's no emotion involved and be able to be like looking and, oh, okay, cool. That's your furnace. How do you then like package it all up when you give them the urn? Honest, I know it's dark.
Really
but there
dark.
are some genuine questions that come pretty quickly, aren't there?
Yeah, probably.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry, we're not doing any cremations today because Richie's getting a tour of the furnace.
But I don't think I generally don't think. When was the last time you went to a crematorium on a weekend? They don't do them on the weekend, so you could have an open day on a weekend.
It's a fair point. If I ever discover my local crematorium is having an open day, I'll let you know.
If not just your local one, if you are listening and you're aware of a crematorium open day that's coming up, mildlyinformedpod@gmail.com. Do let us know, hopefully with plenty of notice, and we can get down there and it scratches that itch. Chris, how are you rating open days?
I give fire station open days specifically 5 stars.
Okay, but if the Hackney Creme is having an open day in a fortnight's time, for example, would you go?
No.
Okay, fair enough.